Welcome back. The party is on here at UCF, and I've lost my voice a little bit because it's so loud down here, but an amazing win for UCF, and we've got the man who has orchestrated so much of this now with us, UCF Athletic Director Danny White. You just walked over here, huge celebration going on. Talk about just how this feels and what this means for your program.
Unbelievable feeling, unbelievable accomplishment by Josh Heupel and his staff and our kids. They've been so resilient all year long and really for 2 straight years. So happy for this senior class to win back-to-back conference championships and hopefully have an opportunity to settle this thing on the field in the playoff. Just an unbelievable feeling.
You were talking with our main anchor, Greg Wormuth, yesterday. You said that if you beat Memphis, you have to be in the playoff, right?
We've won 25 straight games. If that playoff determines the national champion, then we obviously should be in it. If it doesn't, if we don't get that invitation, then it's not an adequate system to determine a national champion.
The resiliency of this team, you said that word, but you're down 17 at half. You've lost your star quarterback. What's going on in that locker room?
That's great coaching, first of all, with the halftime adjustments. We've seen that all year long. Our third quarter performance has been phenomenal, and that just shows the strength of our coaching staff and what they do, and it's a testament to our kids. They stay dialed in. They talk about the next play. They never get overwhelmed, and they've time and again handled adversity. We haven't had too much adversity because we've had so much success, but when we faced it like tonight, we've really stepped up.
The committee will announce the bowl matchups tomorrow at noon. Is there anything you can do between now and then to promote your team even more?
You know, I'll continue to say what I've been saying all year. College football is the only sport in America where, at least last year, we didn't allow it to be settled on the field. You shouldn't be able to go undefeated and not participate in whatever we call the postseason. And that's why we've had so many years in college football with multiple national champions like last year. So I'd love to see the playoff expanded. I'd love to see UCF get in the 14 version, though, this year as well.
All right, Danny, thanks for coming over. We know you got some celebrating to do.
Thanks, guys. Go Knights.
Congratulations.
All right, we want to take a look at the highlights?
Yeah, let's get right to the highlights because this game was incredible. It's going to take a while to get through it all. Just like their first meeting this year, UCF would need to make a double-digit comeback against Memphis. Darrell Henderson on the 4th play of the game finds all the open grass he needs, pulls off a 67-yard touchdown run. 14th time this season he's had a play of 40 or more yards. First drive for UCF now. Darrell Mack Jr. making the 2nd start of his career, gets caught in the backfield, fumbles the ball. Memphis takes over deep in Knights territory. Now just a couple plays later, Henderson bounces it to the outside, takes all the bounce out of the bounce house with his 2nd touchdown. UCF down 14-0 just 3 minutes into the game. Like I said, they've played from behind before, and they respond again with a 7-play, 65-yard drive. Greg McCray pops into the end zone with his 9th touchdown of the season. But ensuing drive for the Tigers on 3rd down and 3. Patrick Taylor won't have to do laundry this week because nobody touches him on the 70-yard touchdown run. At that point, Memphis was averaging about 30 yards per carry, and it would get worse for the Knights. Next drive, Mack taking a heartbeat too long in the pocket, his 2nd fumble of the game. That leads to a Memphis field goal and a 24-7 Tigers lead, the largest deficit for UCF this season. And that was all in the 1st quarter. Let's go to the 2nd now. UCF knocking on the door. Mack dives for the goal line, fumbles again, but it's recovered by Michael Colubiali for the touchdown, makes it a 10-point game. But 2 plays later, Henderson takes the handoff, and scientists are still trying to discover what could make a hole that big. Nobody in a black shirt is going to catch him. An 82-yard touchdown run. Tigers back in front by 17. And it just kept going like that after some bizarre punting. I don't know what punting is.
Yeah, what's that?
They did it twice in this game. Knights with an impressive drive, 2 big plays, and a touchdown pass from Mack to Jake Hescock, the first passing touchdown of his career. And for a moment, just a very brief moment, all the momentum had shifted back to the home side. But after a stop on 3rd down, Tigers punting, Otis Anderson calls for the fair catch, and the ball falls to the grass. You got to make the catch to get the fair catch. Memphis recovers a few plays later. Henderson nowhere to run, but doesn't need to. He throws the touchdown pass, and it's Tigers in front 38-21 at the half with 336 yards rushing.
All right, Joe, go get some water. I'm going to do the 2nd half highlights. So the Knights had a 17-point hole to dig out of. They were able to overcome a 16-point deficit against Memphis back in October. Opening drive of the 2nd half. The Knights with the ball, Darrell Mack channeling his inner Mackenzie Milton. Dime time to Otis Anderson. 54-yard pitch and catch pulls UCF to within 10 after a Memphis 3-and-out. UCF, hey, let's make it a 3-point game. Darryl Mack Jr. cruises 4 yards to the end zone. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. He was far from done. Memphis got a field goal to make it 41-35, but on the first play of the 4th quarter, 4th and 1, Greg McCray bursts through the line, nearly takes it the distance, but he's going to get tripped up at the 2-yard line. So what do? Very next play, you give it to the 6'4", 230-pound quarterback. Mack breaks a tackle and puts the bounce back in the bounce house. UCF takes their first lead of the game, 42-41. Then after a missed field goal by Memphis, they extend that lead, and yeah, guess who? It's the return of the Mac. Came out in 1996, but he's doing work in 2018. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. UCF goes up 49-41. He would score another rushing touchdown, and UCF outscores Memphis 35-3 in the second half, and they win the AAC Championship 56-41. What a ball game.
Incredible back-to-back championships for UCF. We're going to have a little bit more from the team and this spectacular night when we come back. Stay with us.